You
Yo, what's good, everybody? Y'all already know what time it is. Y'all tuned in to the Fox Cave Chronicles. It's your girl, Foxy here, and who do we have in the cave tonight?
What's up, it's Rett.
Alright, now listen, we got a super producer engineer in the cave, y'all. So we ain't got no performances, but we got some songs. Let's get it. Produced by none other than
Rett Robinson. I don't know. Look, man, my studio is called the Heist Lab. You can call me DJ Rett on the beat, Rett now.
Alright.
But this first one by my boy Jay the Don.
Alright.
All these songs on all platforms. Spotify, whatever I want to play a few this out.
Okay.
Count up a whole lot of money, let the wind blow. Everybody if so much in.
From the top, man. From the top.
Fuck letting outside in, though. We was outside them niggas in, though. Yeah, we was outside them niggas in. Ain't no fucking payment, but had the same thought of these women and thinking about blowing my brain. It ain't no echo or give me that shit be ridiculous. How pain can just drive you insane. Fuck all you niggas who everywhere. I'm on with it, so I'm going all the way. And I gotta stack every penny, can't trip out the bitch and that's all body. Down sometimes just let everything okay. Just smoke 3 guns to the face. Fuck everybody that tank, cause I wasn't getting paid. I ain't never need to run no way. But it's hard, it's trash. Won't out with a bad about me, they gon' have something to say. These niggas broken, they mad if you play. I'm a crack, think it's sweet, I'ma show you it ain't. Heart still cold from lonely nights. I've been depressed like all my life. I know that I'm next, but it just take time. I'm stay strong, gon' be alright. I be confused, don't know what to do. Don't know if it's me or don't know if it's you. If my love for you, I ain't got shit to prove. If you ain't for me, then you know what to do. Everybody in so what you in. Pop out, bustin' at your kin for. Hang around real niggas that kill for. Fuck letting outside in, though. We was outside them niggas in. Yeah, we was outside them niggas in. We was outside them niggas in. All these niggas around me, these niggas be down. Niggas try to pretend. All that fake ass shit, man. Y'all need to keep that shit over there. Real. It's right. Hey. Say get you a bad nigga, fuck with that thing. Turn up, make a make it, that nigga can't. Got confused with the thoughts I think. Or maybe it's you tryna have your way. Yeah, I got some people that doubted me, they steady clowning me. Fuck what them motherfuckers think. Hey, I mean, better love my pain. Got off for the losers, still so much to gain. Gain my pain, man, you wouldn't even know. Say that you love me, but show me you don't. Don't want your love, that shit without loyalty. Ain't no loyalty, no loyalty. Say I don't want that shit, you don't need to fuck with me like when they be playing. What's a little wrong for me, she's gon' be playing. I am like the day you pop out of another one, now I'm fuck with you, girl, why you doing the most? You keep it being, I fuck with you, can't fall in love with you, girl, you know how that shit go. Sometimes you yo when that little nigga go. If you wanna fuck, then go ahead, let me know. I come beat it up, girl, let me go. Bitch, won't talk that shit no more. Count up a whole lot of money, let the wind blow. Everybody have so much info. Pop out, bustin' at your kinfolk. Hang around real niggas that kill folk. Fuck letting outside in, though. We was outside them niggas in, though. Yeah, we was outside them niggas in.
Yeah.
This next one from my boy Chapter 3 songs R.I.P. And me and
Shout out to RG Roadrunner, man. They killed it last night.
I mean, these streets, you know these streets gon' gospel. These niggas hate because they cannot stop us. Yeah, I'm up next, these niggas take my roster. Hey, I'm on top, these niggas finna follow. I mean, these streets, you know these streets gon' gospel. These niggas hate because they cannot stop us. Hey, I'm up next, these niggas take my roster. Hey, I'm on top, these niggas finna follow. Yeah, they finna follow. Back in the day, I was looking the song. Got in the screen, start playing with guns. I used to struggle with Tennessee gun. I had to get in this stack of some phones. Days I ain't listen, I wish I would. Feeling my kitty, I'm fully drunk. Talking to CJ, the boots in my throat. They smoke a cookie, they gas in my lung. I'm on a mission, one stop on done. And keep rushing, they in my palm. My young nigga thuggin', we came from the farm. Bitch, you can get eaten, get hit with the drum. Say as they passing my time, gon' come. No days I waited, they remember stay home. Tell like a bitch on the plate on the farm. No day I was still a forward. I mean, these streets, you know these streets gon' gospel. These niggas hate because they cannot stop us. Yeah, I'm up next, these niggas take my roster. Hey, I'm on top, these niggas finna follow. I mean, these streets, you know these streets gon' gospel. These niggas hate because they cannot stop us. Yeah, I'm up next, these niggas take my roster. Yeah, I'm on top, these niggas finna follow. Yeah, they
Would've been that these poor boys are imposters. That's on Nino, I ain't going for nothing, tryna wet your blanco. That's on OG, they know they cannot stop us. My youngin' don't play, little boy, go put that Glock up. My mom got cancer, run up and pouring rock up. And I been out know, you know, these streets, they gospel. Baby, these bitches gon' gossip. I'm in NIP tryna get the shit off. Run with that gas, yeah, these streets gon' gossip. Yeah, these streets gon' gossip. Buy a roller, steady pouring, no drink. I done fell asleep, Rick told me, nigga, don't gossip.
Me and Ronald, them niggas play with a gun. I ain't gon' fuck with them niggas, you don't. My niggas thuggin', they know we on call. I got some niggas, they really gon' blow. I got some niggas, they really be with it. Them niggas, they play with be grippin' on both. My niggas tellin' me come. Them niggas playin', my niggas go down. I go fuck with them, let niggas fall. I'm from the west, young niggas out the slum. 3540, you know that's the brick. You fuck with me and that nigga get hit. I go fuck with them, that nigga did. My nigga thinkin' you know it like this. My nigga know that this shit is boss. That nigga playin', my nigga gon' ball. I go fuck with them niggas, be talkin' them niggas, that nigga gon' motherfucker thought of me. These streets, you know these streets gon' gospel.
I was all over the place, man.
I stop us.
That was bananas.
Yeah, I'm on these niggas to my roster. Hey, I'm on top these niggas for no bother. I mean, these streets, you know these streets gon' gospel. These niggas hate because they cannot stop us. Yeah, I'm on these niggas to my roster. Hey, I'm on top these niggas finna follow. They finna follow.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man.
Appreciate
That
that.
man coming through with the drop on them beats, y'all.
Yeah, that's what
Gotta know.
That's what I do.
Well, it's good to have you here.
It's good to be here.
Thank you for waiting before you finally got
I've been
here.
trying to get here since the reunion show. My boy P Gutter, he had
Shout out P Gutter, man.
Reunion.
Yeah.
I slid on that. Shout out Key.
Shout out to Key.
Key, little Key. And man, that's where I met Trap 3 Times. That song we just listened to, Road Runner, Stand, a lot of stuff. Shout out Fox Cave.
Alright. Well, we're gonna get on into that. But first, man, shout out to my team, Rooster Black, Jonathan Hollins. Shout out to all my sponsors, Ayana Prize, Steve Hendricks Tattoos and Piercings, right here in Jackson, Mississippi. Google Hendricks Tattoos and Piercings. Facebook, Hendricks Tattoos. Instagram, Stevie Hendricks 87. He's the owner and the artist. He does amazing work. Let's support black-owned business. Shout out to Cliff Brewster, Palmo Volvo, 740 Larson Street, Jackson, Mississippi. If you're looking for something nice and affordable to ride in, he is your guy. Make sure you tell him Foxy sent you. Go get you a car, a truck, SUV, something. But stop walking. Do that. Cliff got you. Shout out to Arthur Latoya Lawson. And do you know about her? She's a female rap artist.
Pretty sure I do from you.
Gotta check her out. She has a Mod Sitter book series. You can pick that up on Amazon. Yes, she writes books. Yes, she is a female black author, and she also is a female rap artist as well. Like I said, check out all her hot videos on YouTube. Follow her on Instagram, Arthur Toy. Check her out. She's doing big things. Super proud of you, girl. Shout out to Benita McGee for supporting the Fox Cave Chronicles. We appreciate you for being an Arctic Fox sponsor. Shout out to Serena Davis over there at Paradise Skates and Events, the only skating rink that is open right here in Jackson. So grab your kids and your skates and come out to 2460 Suite 1600 Terry Road. Paradise Skates and Events, y'all. We got a skating rink here in Jackson. They also have Lip Sync Friday every Friday night. You can come in, have your good time, and win some free cash. It is. Shout out to OG Snap, man. What it do? Snap album is getting ready to drop August the 5th, y'all. We've been waiting, and now it's almost here. So let's make sure we support Snap on his new album. And we appreciate him for being a Red Fox sponsor, man. For real. Shout out to none other than Lex Luger, the Backwood Ambassador, man. We appreciate you, Lex, for being an Arctic Fox sponsor. SSC Marketing Group. The whole Hood Idol brand, man. Hood Idol magazine that the Fox Cave Chronicles was in. We appreciate him for that. Hood Idol Radio, Hood Idol Legacy Tour. The whole Hood Idol brand, man, for real. Y'all tap into that. We appreciate you, Lex Luke, for being an Arctic Fox sponsor. Now, you all know that season 2 is getting ready to come to an end, July 31st. But if you still want to be a sponsor for season 2, you can do that. But we are accepting sponsors for season 3 of the Fox Cave Chronicles. Hit me up, and I can tell you about the 3 packages that we have available. You can do Arctic Fox, Silver Fox, or Red Fox. Either way, you can't lose, baby. You're going to win all the way around with this good promotion, you dig? So hit me up. Let's get into it. You got your notes ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
First of all, tell us about your background. We want to know where you're from and all that good stuff, where you grew up, before we get into the meat of this interview.
Good. I'm from off 18, out by Robin Hood and Brandon. Grew up there, went to high school there. I moved to Jackson pretty much after that. And I've been in Belhaven Heights for the longest. I'm in Belhaven neighborhood pretty much now. Studio right off of Fortification. But I've been in that area a long time.
Okay. So you kind of like from Jackson too, might as well say.
Yeah,
You know
for
what I'm
sure,
saying?
for sure.
Yeah.
But shout out Rankin County though, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I grew up
shout
there.
out Rankin County.
Went to high school there and whatnot, but you know.
I can't stay away from Rankin County.
Yeah.
We're gonna see Fox in Rankin County, man. For real.
I went to college a little bit in Homes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout out Homes.
Shout out to Homes, man. Yeah.
But Jackson my home though. Jackson always gonna be home. I mean, when I was a little kid, it's where any action was at. When we was coming to the clubs or something from, I'm 32, dating myself, you know what I'm saying, 89 baby right here.
Alright.
We used to go to the Horseshoe on Highway 80.
Man, I remember the Horseshoe.
Yep, and that was like, you know, that was coming to Jackson when you was 15, like got deep. So after that, I was like, I gotta get here. So as soon as I could get out the house, I was headed to Jackson.
Alright. Well, let's get off into the meat, man. You got several titles behind your name.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about. Did you start off DJing first, or were you a music artist?
Alright, well, so when I was probably in like 9th grade, I started out DJing, doing little house parties, stuff like that. I get my folks' hi-fi system, like their speakers from the house, little 6-disc changer,
Yeah.
and pull up till the cops came. You know?
No.
Yeah, and cross gates and Brandon.
Oh, yeah, they come.
For
They come.
Sure. Oh yeah,
They
But,
come.
I mean, it you know, once I had a car and was mobile, it was whatever. You had a little field, I would pull up. But you know, I'm from out there on 18, so back in like 05, we didn't really have internet out there, but we had a computer. So me and my neighbors, you know what I'm saying, we figured out how to make a little mixtape.
Yeah.
So when I was 16, I stayed in trouble, and I was on house arrest at one point for doing some crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's been a long time ago though. And I made a little mixtape in my bedroom.
With your ankle monitor.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
ankle
oh
monitor.
yeah. Made a little mixtape in my bedroom, and after that, people just knew I could make music. So I found out I was better at recording the music than I was making it. I mean, I like rap, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I came up listening to old school stuff, like I don't want to say just pop, but like stuff from that genre.
Yeah,
Vanilla
yeah,
Ice,
like
my-
90s.
Yeah, my sister was 8 years older than me, and so I mean they put me on to real hip hop, you know what I'm saying? But I came up listening to Juvenile 400 Degrees album, stuff like that.
That's what I'm talking about,
Master
yeah.
P, Pastor Troy. I met Pastor Troy at One Block East, got to rap vice versa with him.
Man, stop it.
Yeah, it's on my Instagram. Yeah.
See how my mouth is dropping?
Look, he followed me on IG. Shout out PT Cruiser, man.
Man, shout out. Hey, we got a celebrity follower. Shout out to the chat from 36 Mafia following the Fox Cave Chronicles on our anniversary day. She started following us, man. For real. So shout out to the chat, for real. Okay, so you know the music,
I know the music. But then, so I worked at Morrison Brothers Music. You remember on County Line Road?
Yeah,
like right
I
there
used
by
to
the
take my
Hawaii?
daughter there. She played the clarinet, so I used to have to go there for parts and stuff for her instrument.
They had anything.
Everything.
I sold the studio equipment there and the keyboard. stuff like
Really?
that. Yep. So
I probably seen you in there.
yeah, I was there.
For real.
I was there from probably 2010 till when they went out of business, about 2015, 2016, something like that.
I did see you in there because my daughter didn't graduate until 2015. So her whole 4 years of high school, she played the clarinet. So yeah, I ran across you up in there. And who would have knew you'd be on my doggone show after? Didn't even know.
You'd be surprised how many people. I had a lady in the studio. One of my guys brought his mom in, and she did a track, and she said, "Where do I know you from?"
Yeah.
We went down the list, and she was like, "That's it." She was like, "I brought a keyboard from you."
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Morrison Brothers.
Yeah, but you know, in places like that, that's kind of what put me on to where I'm at today, being around old world knowledge. You know, people that knew how to fix stuff. I got how-to videos on fixing keyboards and stuff on my YouTube page.
Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. What do they need to subscribe to on YouTube?
You just type in Heist Lab, HL official, like the shirt, Heist Lab.
And he ain't bring me no shirt, y'all.
I'm gonna bring one.
Okay, so I want to know, how did the word spread about you being a producer here in Jackson? Because you were like a diamond in the rough to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When I found out about you and everything. So my mind was blown away because I know several producers here, but I never knew anything about you.
I gotta get my notes out. So it's kind of, you ever heard somebody say you gotta, what do I say, stay down to get up, something like that, and that's all it is. So
Turn that speaker to the front.
good right there.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you gotta stay down to get up. So I started recording a long time ago, and I got a list. I'm gonna shout out everybody that I currently work with. But to answer your question, 2011, somewhere around there, one day I'm sitting in the store and I meet Boo Racine,
Stop.
one of the Queen boys.
Stop.
So I came up listening to stuff like that. All right, well, Boo needed some recording stuff. I got to talking to him, helped him set up a little studio on State Street. And stuff like that helped me back in the days of CDs. So I had a little bit of a name.
Right.
But after Morrison Brothers closed, I went and worked at AT&T, did recording on the side. But I mean, it just took time. It took staying in my lane, recording music, and then getting better at it, figuring out how to make drops, figuring out how to, do everything. It's easy to watch a YouTube video or do a preset, but you got to know why you're twisting the knob. So I had to take that old world knowledge, apply it with the new stuff, and stay at it. But then too, is networking coming here. Foxcade, that's one of the biggest things, is people paying for promotion, stuff like that. Like me going out to places, meeting people like Bates, doing all
Shout out to
types of
Bates in the
things,
Foxcade tonight. Coming up next. Yeah.
popping, yeah. But and then above all, making good music. It was so many things that somebody would just post a song I made on their story, and then people would DM me and say, "Hey, can you make me a, whatever." And so that I guess is how I got kind of to where I'm at.
Tell us some of the artists that you've done beats for here, man.
Well, it's a whole list. Well, let me shout out everybody I'm just currently working with. It ain't gonna take me too long.
Hey, just
All right, shout out my boy Mako. Mako over there working the camera. Mako
Shout out, what it do?
Landlord Loco ain't here right now, and Miles. Shout out my boy Trap 3 times.
Shout out.
3.
Yeah, for sure.
RMG bro,
For
Ron
sure.
North, John
What it do? In the cave.
Shout
Yeah.
out 33 times.
Gang.
Shout out Trap's little brother, Lil Devin, Lil Trap, RLNG Key, Lil Key.
Shout out in the cave.
Shout out Montana. Shout out Bino. Shout out Lil Dev.
Shout out in the cave.
If y'all don't know Lil
In the
Dev,
cave.
y'all gonna know Lil Dev. I'm gonna play some Lil Dev.
My mama, they gonna know him.
Hey.
Gang.
Shout out JB9, Jada Don. Shout out Keyshawn, man, my boy Keyshawn.
Shout out
Ro Diddy. Shout out P Gutter, Mississippi Mac.
Man, what it do, P Gutter, Mississippi Mac?
Q Sain, Zoma, Ace All-Star, aka Jacktown Movie Star, TikTok Timmy Ray, B-Shack, the whole BRS click out of Brandon, KT Extendo, Elite. They done some tracks with Lil Motor, Big Dog stuff. Cali, Drew Farm, MBK Skimp. Shout out King Zeke, man. Me and Zeke been doing good work lately. Let's keep on doing this. That man stay busy. Look, he'll hit me up. He's not the only person I'm gonna just expect hit me up randomly in the middle of the night. I might see him at the store and he'll say hit me up. Then you never know when he's gonna hit you back. But he make good music, man.
You need to get him on here.
Bro make anthems. Yeah. Shout out Westside Reek, man. Shout out my boy Karan Span, Jeremy Hook, DJ Unpredictable.
Shout out
Deuce, man.
Shout out.
Also shout out Christina, my girlfriend.
Cutie.
And anybody I left out, you know what I'm saying, hit me up just because we ain't working a minute. That's how my most recent list. Baby Joe on the list.
Man, shout out Baby Joe, man. You know I had Baby Joe up in here.
Yeah,
I met Baby Joe through BBN 4 times.
Man, look, and BBN 4 times been through with Baby Joe. They did a song with that's a cool dude and you on the ride, bro. I see you out there. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
Don't stop, man.
Man, we be jamming that. It's cool all the time. I ain't make that, but we
It's cool.
Don't
cap. It's cool. Don't panic. Shout out to the boy BBN, man. That man making a way in Mississippi.
That's mainly everybody I've been working with lately, and that's why I was itching to get on the show. I got a big group of folks with a lot of talent, and you know, it's a lot of outlets like Squirrel World, things like that. I look at that all the time, Fox Cave, but it's a lot of people that hadn't got out yet, and I know they're starting to pay for promotion, make videos, do stuff like that, and we got a lot of good music coming your way.
For sure. Now, when you're doing beats for artists, you know, you've worked with tons of people, you know what I'm saying? And this is tons of different attitudes, tons of different personalities, you know what I'm saying? How do you know what goes best with each artist?
Well, it ain't a one-size-fits-all thing. That's the first thing you gotta learn. It's kind of like that. You can't just like hit a preset. You gotta twist the knobs. Everybody works different. Some people like to punch in. Some people like to, you know, have something wrote down. Some people like to freestyle. It really just matters talking to them and thinking about that same vision they're trying to get to. Or if it's not going how you want it to, say, hey, let me hear a song for reference. Like, what are you thinking in your head? And that's something I'm gonna always do. I stop a session more times than not. I don't know. Sometimes I know I'm not the easiest person to deal with, and I love everybody that deals with me because I know I'm gonna give you the real, and it's not, you know what I mean? It's just because I want you to leave with something you're proud of and something you want to listen to. Because if you ain't happy with it, I know you ain't gonna give it to nobody, and I know we ain't gonna get famous. So, and I told that to a whole bunch of people too.
Okay.
But that's what I do. I mean, and that's like when your grandma cooks something, she gonna put the love in the biscuits, whatnot. That's what I'm gonna do with the tracks. We putting the soul in. I'm putting the pain in.
That's what I'm talking about.
Like, look, he makes the pain song, stuff like that. We put the pain in the track.
And make us feel it, man.
For sure.
Make us feel it, for real. Now, have you ever had an artist come in for a session with you and they just couldn't get it right?
Man, all the time. Yeah, it's a whole shelf of tracks. I got over 400.
What do you do in situations like that, though? Like, what happens with that?
I'm gonna show you a number so the world don't think I'm capping. All right, this is all tracks that I made this year. Now there's about 12 songs that were made in 2020 on here, but you see how this is 2021 right there, boom, down to the bottom of it. How many did that say? 446. That's how many songs we done made this year. And this whole songs, I mean, it's me and all them people I done named on the list pretty much. You know, so it's only 80 or so in my other folder, my playlist of Apple Music, link in bio. You click on it, it'll give you everybody. I got a song streaming on there. I think if it ain't, just message me, I'll give it to you. But it's a lot of songs on the shelf, is what I'm getting at. And you know, and that just is what it is. Future says in interviews that sometimes he may come and put a bar down and then just go back, you know, listen to it in the car or something. So I mean, you know, just come back to it, write to it, rehearse it, make it worth the time, you know. That's something that might be the one.
Hey,
You know.
damn, man. That's a lot of songs.
Yeah, we grinding out there. Yeah, we grinding out there. We ain't playing.
So, how do artists contact you or reach you if they want to work with you and they want beats from you?
Text message me, 601-941-2439. But really, Instagram, you can DM me. You could, my Facebook, I'm not super active on there, but
y'all, I had to get active on there today.
This is my first friend in life. I lived my whole life, you know, with no Facebook, with just a picture and a name on there. But this is my first real
No
Facebook.
content
I'm
whatsoever.
finna turn up on Facebook.
This live is the first content that's gonna be on
I know
there.
my dad's out there. I don't know if you watching on Facebook, but shout out Dad. But I mean, yeah, Instagram, you can go to Heist Lab Official, DM me on there, DM me at Rett Robinson. All my pages are public. I'm easy to find. But you know, just message me. I can book. If I can't get you in that day, I can get you in another day or whenever it's convenient for you. This is what I do full time. I got other stuff I do, but this is my main hustle.
That's what I'm talking about. Now, tell me about the name Heist Lab. Like, why that name? You could have named it anything, but why you name it Heist Lab Studio?
Because when I told them I was gonna call it Rett Robinson Studios, everybody hated on it. No, I'm just kidding. Belhaven Heights. So years ago, my first place in Jackson that I really just had that I could call like my spot was in Belhaven Heights. And I stayed in Belhaven Heights until last year, till I got in the new spot. But when I made my move into music, it's been in Belhaven Heights. So it's a lab though. If you come in, like, I mean, I got all kind of gadgets. It's like, you know.
Bruh, you know I'm waiting on my invite.
Yeah.
I'm waiting.
So it's like the Belhaven Heights Laboratory. So just the Heights Lab official.
You know what? I saw those little emojis y'all put, like some kind of laboratory experiment or something. Those little green.
Yeah.
And I was trying to figure out, like, what the hell is
Yeah,
that?
I'm cooking up in there. I'm showing up in there.
For real.
Hey, shout out Richie too, man.
For real, man. Heist Lab in the motherfucking Fox Cave. For real. Okay, now, look. I ain't gonna be, you know, I ain't trying to be, you know, this kind of way about it like that. But, you know, when it comes to producing here, we have predominantly more, you know, African Americans versus Caucasians. So you are so popular though, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, it ain't even like that with you. You know what I'm saying? It's like shit, you just want to say. The homie, man, you the homie.
Cool dude, Michael Jackson shoes.
For sure. I mean, that's me. I mean, I ain't no activist and I'm not a political person, but I mean, I was up at the Capitol. You can look on Instagram, see pictures of me when, George Floyd and all that, and everybody was at the Capitol. I was up there with, you know what I'm saying, with my people, because I mean, that's what I make hip hop music. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I'm from Mississippi. We're in a place that we got the largest percentage of, you know, of the black population. So I mean, if you compare it to somebody in Virginia, they might have known 4 black people growing up. Where me, all my homies black. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see that shit. Like, if anything, I'm trying to put a stop to stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, I mean, That's it. I got too much soul to worry about.
Alright,
You know, I
that's what I'm talking about.
I can't be
The
worried
show.
about that other
That
shit.
man ain't white, man.
So, okay, so of course, you know I want to ask your opinion about the Mississippi music scene, man.
Yeah,
Let me hear it. Let me hear it.
Well, and I mean, we got shout out Bobby Rush, got a Grammy this year.
Shout out for sure.
My dear friend, my good homie Randy Everett, he produced the album here in Jackson, and that's something that everybody should just kind of take and think about. It's a guy that got a Grammy right here, so you hear a lot of controversy about the Grammy and famous people and stuff like that. Well, he got Blues Album of the Year, and maybe it's getting outside of that box.
That's
you know
big,
what I'm saying?
man.
It might not be making trap music. It might be making love songs. It might be making something else that you know that there's a different artist or a different audience to. And but I feel like Mississippi is innovative. I feel like now's our time. I mean, shit, we
Most
got
definitely.
Big Walk Dog. We got QCP riding around listening to BBN 4 times.
Okay.
Shit, we got I know I'm leaving out a whole bunch of people. We got Big Crit. We got a whole bunch of folks.
Silas.
Oh man, Silas recently, shout out
Now,
Silas.
I
ain't even
had
had him
Silas on the show.
list. Look, don't be mad at me. He came in the house recently and shot a whole video in the studio.
Really?
Yeah, hey man, look, the man was on. I got him on my story right now. I was chopping it up with him. I saw him performing at Sneaky Bean in probably like 2016, and now he famous now. He
Man,
famous
you know
in
what
my
though?
book.
He's actually a really cool person
Cool.
though. I
He's
sat
cool.
up here and chopped it up with him, and he wasn't bougie or Hollywood or nothing like that. He just sat up here, you know, we chilling, we talking. We chopping. I had to do my homework for Saturday too, man.
Oh,
He
yeah.
wasn't expecting me to come with all them questions like I did, man. I'm killing
He
it
got the
too.
gullah
I'm
holla
killing it
jam.
up there.
Yeah,
I'm
look.
killing it for real, for real.
But no, go ahead.
As far as, like I said, as far as the Mississippi music scene, tell me who's really popping right now.
Sean Scully, King Zeke, BBN 4 time. Hold on, I tell you right now. Get my notes back out. I don't want to be that guy.
Pulled out the notes.
Yeah, for real. Man, well, all the people that I named off my list, all the people that I named off my list. But Sip T too. I don't want to leave Sip T out. He got there rocking with Rich the Kid. But I mean, really though, man, Sean Scully. I know it's a list that was going around. It's like a top 10 list, and it's almost like I don't really even don't want to say a list because Chief Lay makes good music. Shout out Muscle Gang, Levi, my boy Levi went to school with Levi, man. Free the guys till we see the guys. And it's so many people that like you can't really make a list because if we had a bunch of famous people like Lil Baby, you could make a list of famous people from Atlanta. You could put Lil Baby, you could put Young Thug, you could go on and on, put Future on there, you could put all this list, but the people from Mississippi, the world doesn't really know them, so you can't really comb it that thin. You know, it's.
And I'm glad you brought that up because my thing is, when it comes to that list, man, there's gonna be a lot of controversy behind the list, man, because it's gonna be a lot of people that feel like who's on the list is not supposed to be on the list, and who's supposed to be on the list is not on the list. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and who comes up with the list? Like who? We didn't vote or nothing for nobody. So how can the list judge who you're saying is, you know, number one on the top or whatever when you didn't get the opinions from everybody or from the, you know what I'm saying? Like that list, man, that list draws in a lot of controversy. You had a lot of people mad about that list, man, like real talk.
And that might be the point. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I know that's how a lot of internet stuff is. Blogs or they want to get controversy, so they post it so everybody just go to war in the comments.
Man,
you know
they
what
do.
I'm saying?
They do, man.
So, but I mean, it's a lot of good shit out there. It's a lot of good artists. You know, King Ali though, he making
Shout out to King
a whole
for
different
sure.
breed of stuff out there. You know, but
I interviewed a King when I was doing the original Fox K, like when I was doing the shows at my house, man. So he drove down from Atlanta and came, you know,
for real.
and we chopped it up right there in the house, man. Good people, for real, for real. So let me ask you this: where do you see yourself going with the Heist Lab Studio? Like, what are your goals with this, with engineering and producing? Where do you want to see yourself with this?
Well, I need a bigger location. My I don't know, my forte, I guess you say, is I can do big bands, stuff like that. I mean, back in the Morrison Brother days, I would pull up and record bands in bars and clubs, stuff like that, and do like live tapes. So I mean, I'd like to have a space that's bigger. The real estate market is weird right now, but you know, if I knew of a space that was in a good location, I might would relocate somewhere big that I could, you know, have a gigantic vocal booth in a live room, you know, something like that. But I've been getting a lot into publishing lately. I just got back from Nashville. While we were up there, I went to MBI, or BMI, I'm sorry, man, I don't think we in Mississippi. The Broadcast Music Institute, and that's where you go to collect your royalties from the radio.
Really?
Yeah, for sure. And so that's something that I've helped a lot of people with. It's just getting their music out there. There's two types of royalties. There's mechanical royalties, and that's what you're gonna get from Apple Music, Spotify, stuff like that. And then there's the royalties from radio. There's all these different ways, but it's up to you to collect them. So you can put your music out, but you may not be getting paid in full.
Right.
So that's what I've been trying to help
And you
a lot of
want to
people
get
with.
paid, man.
Oh yeah,
You want to get paid.
Yep, you got to. And I mean, it helps get exposure too, because if you're in that catalog with BMI or ASCAP or something like that, that's where radio stations in other states are going to pull from. So I mean, you know, you'll be in the database.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know if a label is a thing, but definitely a publishing company, something like that. I mean, I'm working on that right now. I have it established, but I don't have. I really just only have so many people that I'm doing it for. I need to get it set up in more of a system. Right now, it's just me helping people get paid. I mean, I need to figure out how to make a little money off of it.
How you gonna get paid?
Yeah, I gotta get my percent. But no, but right now, I mean, if my people aren't getting paid, I gotta make that happen. I'm getting paid for session time. Yeah, you already know. You know what it is.
Okay.
But so I mean, you know, bigger space, something like that, and working on publishing. I don't know, maybe a label one day, but who knows? I mean, if one of the guys blows, shoot, man, I might go to Hollywood. You know, whatever.
No cap. I'll LA with it.
If you had the chance to work with any artist, local or celebrity-wise, who would it be?
Just